Oh, it's weird streaming on a Monday. What up, everyone? Blue here on a Monday. What a crime! what a crime! I didn't really plan on streaming this so soon, considering I streamed this 2 days ago. But stuck at home, bit of a snowstorm. East Coast, you know what's up. But I'm inside right now. I'm tired from 4 hours of shoveling snow, so I'm just gonna hunt some alpha Pokemon and relax. Like, I ain't doing much right now. I could be working on this week's YouTube video, but I was like, I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna just have some fun. But yeah, so last time we started working on the Mega Dimension DLC, and we finished all the first box, all the second box, and off camera, I went through the grueling task. This was basically like 4 hours yesterday of grinding Gimmighoul points. So I now maxed out my Gimmighoul coins again. Straight up, it took so long, oh my god. But we can evolve Gimmighoul. So first up, here's what the alpha looks like. It's pretty big, but in all honesty, it's still a Gimmighoul, so it's a small Pokemon. I'm very curious what Gholdengo is gonna look like. So let's evolve it and find out. It's not really that crazy because I caught it already. I'm just evolving it. Like, I haven't seen this either. So I'm very excited. Because I feel like it's gonna be pretty big. I mean, like, he's taller. Oh, what the hell? His animation as he rides a surfboard in this game? I didn't know that was in this game. I thought that was only in Scarlet Violet. Wait, that's so sick. What? I didn't know this animation was in the game. Oh, that's so sick. Alright, well, you're going in there, and I'm never making another one of this game again, because that took so long. Anyway, we got 2 boxes left. I did not make the list. I was so focused on getting the coins. I was like, you know what? We don't need a list. First off, Wimpod. Well, Golisopod. I did make a couple extra donuts, but nothing too crazy. I do believe, I know this isn't the one we're looking for, we need a Garganacl. We got Nacli and Knackle stack. Yeah, we do need a Garganacl, so we're gonna... Yeah, I, like... Since yesterday, I, like, sort of know who I need now. Because the list is a lot smaller, thanks to yesterday. There are a few Pokemon that we only one that's, like, an uncommon spawn. And I'm gonna say, like, uncommon in quotes, because I'm not really sure, is, what's his name? Zangoose. I'm like 99% sure we still need Zangoose. I just don't know which one of these donuts I want to use is a better question. Oh wait, it's 70. Yeah, let me... Yeah, this will be fun. But yeah, so we need one more, because I have 2 already. We just need 1. I can live with that. Oh, wow, this, it's like, goes to show why I absolutely hate the sewer layout. I'm in like an invisible one. It's absurd. Larvitars. You saw the binacles. Really? Where? I was pro? Okay. Really? Is this what we're doing? Like, how inconvenient could you possibly make this? Is there only one patch of Knackle stack? Oh my god, yeah, that's a... Okay, this is gonna be a terrible reset, but this is what we gotta work with. Can you de-aggro? Okay. Oh yeah, off camera, while I was hunting for the coins, because I wasn't hunting anything in particular, I have more shinies that I'm going to give away. Got a Meditite and a Fletchender. Also randomly found a Froakie, and I was like... And this was this morning, I'm pretty sure. Like... Bro was just there, and I was like, oh, I mean, don't mind if I do. Mind you, I didn't have Shiny Charm for anything. Shiny boost for anything. Actually, no, I did use the shiny sparkling power, whatever, for flying that I had, because I was like, yeah, sure. I'm not gonna use like, what other chance I'm gonna have to use it? And there was a like the perfect opportunity for it. It's like, yeah, screw it. But yeah, that's where I got the Fletchender. But besides that, everything else was just completely random shinies. So pretty cool in my opinion. I don't know, the Froakie, I was terrified because Froakie runs away in this game. It's not like an alpha or anything. So I saw the charm, but Froakie literally like saw me as I saw the charm. So I just chucked a Pokeball and prayed. And thank God I reacted fast enough, because like Bro was about to start bleeding, and like I would have just lost the shiny Froakie. And that would have been off. Oh, well, we do have a Garganacl. That's what we're looking for, but you're not an alpha, so we're gonna just ignore you. Anyway, so speaking on Pokemon, hey, Onixie was last night, but I only saw it this morning, funny enough. They have 30th anniversary logos with all the Pokemon now, which, my god. Also, Charizard has 2. I don't know if people have realized they've taken every Pokemon and form to the regionals, like the Paradoxes, Primals. I don't think they did it for the Megas. But yeah, they have little 30th anniversary icons to celebrate for all the Pokemon. I think it's so sick that they made it. You can literally make your teams out of those PNGs now. It's so sick. There's a few new PNGs floating around as we lead up to Pokemon Day. I'm pretty sure they released a new Gen 5 starter art, I think, or something. Unless I just don't remember seeing them. They released some stuff. I don't know. Pokemon Day itself is just, it's always fun because you really never know what to expect. Sometimes it's a new game, sometimes new announcement, sometimes it's kind of nothing. But usually you get a treat or two as a fan, so it's always fun kind of seeing what they're gonna do. I don't think I'll have the opportunity to like stream a live reaction or anything, but I do appreciate the fact that they were so public about like, hey, if you want to stream it, if you're like content creator, you want to do stuff about it, you're allowed to, just please follow the guidelines and respect us or whatever. And I was like, I appreciate that instead of the typical route Pokemon takes when it comes to other people using their stuff, which is lawsuits, DMCA, whatever. Hi! Slightly greener Larvitar. Can I be honest? I was not expecting that. Huh. I didn't realize how noticeable the shiny was. I figured it'd be a lot harder to tell, but shiny Larvitar, that's... I'm too tired to overreact right now. I'm too tired to overreact. For those of you who either live in somewhere that doesn't have snow, or you're in a situation like in an apartment so you don't have to shovel, whereas shoveling's a lot. where I currently live, we're looking at a prediction like, I think when I was out there, we were at least 4 inches already, but we're expecting a lot, like record-breaking amounts, which, fun. But because of that, I have to more tomorrow. For me right now, it is almost 9 p.m., so I don't think I'm going out there. It is like pitch black outside. I don't think I'm going out there shoveling anymore, but yeah. It was a pain. And for those who do shovel, I have a snowblower, but it just kind of doesn't work. It's like really bad. So, oh my hands. Oh my hands. Was tough. It was tough. If you've not shoveled in your life, because you've never had to, props to you. But if you have, yeah, it's a bit of a chore. I'm pretty sure we need Refy. No, we have. Okay, never mind. Forget everything I was about to say. But Mabashef, on the other hand, we need. No, okay. So, I'm just making sure. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, I literally don't see anything that we're. Yeah, reset time. Looking for Wimp pods or Gallistopods right now, anyway. I am very excited to see some of these Pokemon as alphas. Zangoose, because I mentioned before, I think it's one of the rarest ones. I'm very curious because I feel like Zangoose it's already a kind of a bigger Pokemon, so I'm curious if the alpha is going to be like just ginormous or not. But only time will tell. Do we have any? Oh, this one's kind of huge, but we don't need that. We have a few things here. So I think we need a Toxtricity. We do need Toxtricity. So let's do that one. See, this is the good thing. This is the good thing about doing it so close to the last stream. Now that I think about it, I have the knowledge of where I need to be, or who I need to look for. It makes life a lot easier. Because if I find that Zangoose, I'm not gonna skip out on it. Because I do know I passed up a Zangoose last stream. Not really paying too much attention to it. Well, I think I called it out, but I want to say I didn't go to it. It's fine. Now looking back, I'm like, that was a dumb decision. So. Now looking for a Toxel spawn. Yeah, I've seen this map so many times in the last, like, 48 hours. Straight up, grinding Gimme coins. Again, I know people have developed, like, methods. I know you can boost it with donuts. I was just like, I'm gonna just brute force it. I'm just gonna keep going till I get till I just get it. And that was painful, but I mean, it worked. Like, I can't even be mad at myself. It just worked. I was able to get roughly, on average, like 30 a portal. And I was doing low-level portals. I didn't use many of my really good berries, of course. I use them to make a few more for this stream. Or for my next stream. I didn't know it was going to be today, but for a stream. And I didn't get like any alphas powered up, but I at least got more donuts to work with, so. But yeah, I did grind a decent bit. I think Toxels flee, so I don't want to like get too close to them. Because one wrong move and then I just lose all these Toxels. And it sucks, they're all roof encounters. Is there like... God. Is there no quick way to the roof? I'd love... Oh my god. Did I really have to climb the ladder every time? Is there no teleporters in this map? Ugh. Kills me. Hey, I gotta make do. Yeah, Toxel being... like the... Okay, Toxel is technically like the only baby Pokemon in the last... God, what? 5 generations? We haven't had a baby? When was the last game that gave us baby Pokemon? Gen 4, I want to say. So Toxel, technically speak, it's weird. It's like classified as the baby Pokemon. But like, I don't know, we haven't been in like a Gen 2 branding era, so we haven't seen baby Pokemon appear in conversation. But I've heard people refer to Toxel as like, well, okay, it's only called the baby Pokemon. Why would we not group it with the babies? But it's like, isn't Arcanine like the legendary or whatever? It's like, but Arcanine's not a legendary Pokemon, you know what I mean? So, and when I did my video where I talked about Gen 2, was it like definitive edition Gen 2 or whatever, I grouped in Toxel with the babies, and then afterwards it was kind of like, does Toxel actually belong with the babies? It's so weird, because we don't really have an answer to that. Since Sword and Shield, we haven't had an answer to that question. Toxel like fits in with, you know, Togepi, Azurill, Tingling, Pichu, you know? Weird. It's very weird. But I don't know, I personally like to think we have another baby Pokemon. That's just me. I like when categories like that get something new. You know, baby Pokemon, or I can't really think of any others. No, but like, say if a couple of years we get a new Ultra Beast, Paradox Pokemon. I think that's sick. Revisiting groups like that and giving us more to them is something I always think is really cool. And it's obviously you can't really give us like new Alolan forms unless we go to Alola. We can't get new Hisuian forms unless we go to Hisui. So like that I get not revisiting those. But for the rest of the categories, like I would love to see. I mean, we already know about so many scrapped baby Pokemon from the various Giga Leaks of Pokemon. But new Ultra Beast and Paradox, high up there for me. I would love to see more of those. And I don't know if I want to actually talk about this next portion on stream. I want to do a video where I talk about, like, a non-region specific Legends game, because the two we have are directly tied to Gen 4 and 6 respectively, but I think it'd be so cool if we just got like super old Pokemon. And I don't mean like the player's old, or I mean like ancient Pokemon. We are sent to distant past, and the Pokemon, it is native fossil Pokemon, it is the past Paradox Pokemon, like I mean like ancient. We have a lot of Pokemon, and a lot of them we know and have existed for a long time, had enough time to grow and change, of course, so I think a lot could still fit in that past setting. I think there's a lot of room for potential there. And I mean, I don't know how you'd work with like story, because if you're going like that old of times, like prehistoric era, you can't really have other trainers unless they're sent back with you. So it's weird, but I personally think there's a lot of like, if there was like a Legends Scarlet Violet, Legends Paldea, that's what I think would be so sick, is if you send us to like distant past. Because I don't think we have enough future like Pokemon, you know? I don't think we have enough Pokemon that fit that category. But past is a different conversation, because in a franchise all about, you know, evolution, we have convergent species now, little regional forms and stuff. I think it's completely valid to have that sort of game. Future, I don't think works in that same regard. You'd have to make a lot of Pokemon if you were to do a future one. You know, whatever that says about Pokemon, but yeah. Because we have a lot of mysterious Pokemon, but I don't think we have any that are like necessarily from the future, like these Paradox Pokemon. And I know it's technically not our past, it's an alternate past, which is why we have Pokemon like Entei, Gouging Fire, and that's like that Pokemon should not exist, but let's forget that and just have fun with the idea, alright? Just have fun with the idea. And I mean, I think it'd be cool if we got to see like the Galar fossils as they were intended to be, not mixed and mashed together. Maybe you could still get them. Maybe you could still find Tricovish and stuff, but I think having the original ones would be a really cool touch. Maybe we get to see, like, I was gonna say see Mega Aerodactyl, but like, because Mega, I can pull it up right now. Mega Aerodactyl, I'm pretty sure its Dex entry, or at least its old Dex entry, was like, this is the form it's supposed to be in. We revived it and it's wrong. Some scholars claim this is Aerodactyl's true form. I think it'd be cool if maybe we natively found Mega Aerodactyl and we caught it was normal Aerodactyl or something, you know? Little things like that would go such a long way. In my opinion, it goes such a long way. Let me know what you guys think. Heck, let me know if you want to see that as a video. That's something I've been thinking about, and I was like, I just don't know if I want to do a non-region specific, because like a part of me is like, I could do, again, Paldea, but the thing with even doing Paldea is it's weird to focus on just one of the two, right? Because that's just all Scarlet. That has nothing to do with Violet version. And I guess maybe the plot is going back to the future, so it's like kinda Scarlet Violet still, because it's like, well, you're trying to interact with the future, but you're in the past. It kind of relates to like what happens to the professors or whatever. Like, you know, neither here nor there. There's room for improvement with the concept. I'm still fleshing it out, which is why there's been no video about it, but I would love to see that. There's a lot of things in Pokemon where I would love to see. I mean, I think we have a lot of Pokemon where it's kind of like unknown origins, or they're very special. In Ultra Beast styled game, it's like Sun and Moon, but it's completely alien. And I mean, like, maybe we have a lot of common Pokemon, right, that we use, that we bring over to the Ultra Space, but like, you spend most of your time in Ultra Space, and the game would just be naturally difficult because you have, like, you know, Yungoos, right? That's what you have access to, but then you're stuck fighting Parton, right? It's a little thing like that would just go such a long way in making a cool idea. But yeah, Legends Alola, but it's mostly set in Ultra Space, or Legends Paldea, and it's mostly set in like prehistoric times. Style after the Paradox Pokemon. Oh, I love those. I mean, let's be honest, I think the next game we're getting is probably going to be Legends Galar after the leaks. Like, we know it was in the talks. A lot of people think it was cooler conceptually than ZA because it doesn't do anything necessarily new besides add lore to Kalos. It's not necessarily like new. It's new gameplay. I don't know. Legends CA is so weird in terms of conversation because it's like it's what people just wanted from Kalos from the start. I feel like we got so little XY content back in the day, and most of it came from the anime at that. So it's like, game-wise, I feel like it's less of Legends EA isn't something new, it's just what we've been wanting, it's what we've been expecting from Pokemon. And it just took forever for us to get it, unlike the other games, where we already had third versions, DLC, whatever. I mean, Kalos is the only game to not get, like, a updated mind. Do we need Chimecha? I feel like, yeah. Like, I feel like that's an early Pokemon that we have. I don't need any of those. Definitely don't need any of those. We need a Corviknight. Yes, we need Corviknight. So we'll hunt a Rookidee and get a Corviknight. I will say, some Pokemon that were added in the DLC, it's so weird playing a Gen 6 game for me. Or not a Gen 6 game. A game in Kalos that's so tied to Kalos. And then you get Pokemon like Corviknight showing up, right? So it's like, that Pokemon's not even in the conversation. That Pokemon came out like a decade after. And it didn't feel as weird for Legends Arceus because it's Hisui, you know? It's meant to be Sinnoh, but it's so clearly not Sinnoh, so it didn't feel as weird. But here, because it's still Kalos, it's still Lumiose City, you know? It still looks like the Lumiose City I remember, just a lot prettier. Which, shocker, right? But okay. Rookidee spawn up here. I'm gonna assume the rest spawn over here. No? I don't think the Rookidees are gonna spawn down on the floor, but heck, just in case. A lot of Swablues. A lot of Swablu spawns. Yeah, I feel like most of the the Pokemon that were added in the DLC are typically like not harder to find. They have less chance to spawn from experience. Because Swablu is, of course, in the base game, and so is Fletchling. I mean, the idea of releasing this game, and of the like 46 species, to not include one of them in the base game is crazy to me. Because they were able to fit all of freaking Sinnoh and Legends Arceus. And I know the actual new Sinnoh Pokemon isn't too crazy. But when you think about all of the Pokemon attached to Sinnoh that you don't have to add because of all of the post-evos and stuff, like, it's weird. It's weird how big the dex becomes, and yet they somehow manage to have such terrible type diversity. Let me check over here, actually. It's always funny when I see people talk about Pokemon, and it's like, it's crazy how there's so many of this type and not enough of this, and I'm like, well, did you look at some of these games? It's always, what I find funny is how many people are surprised when it's like, there's dozens of like extra water Pokemon, and I'm pretty sure it's still the most abundant type. I'm not, don't quote me on that. I'm like 99% sure it is still the most abundant type. If out of every type of Pokemon, it beats out normal. Like, that is how many water Pokemon exist. And I mean, a simple reason, most of the classic Pokemon games covered in water. I mean, infamously Gen 3, too much water. What is, like, I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember the rating. The quote was like, it's something 0.7. not 6.7. If it was 6.7, I'd remember it with a burning hatred. Like, isn't like 8.7 too much water, the rating? I don't know. Back during Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, IGN reviewed it, and that was the reviews. It had too much water. Very funny, of course, but that was like their serious review, so people memed on it back in the day. People still clown on them for it because I mean, it's a dumb review, just saying there was too much of something and not any more detail. But you know, how have I found shinies in like 2 of the 3 portals I visited on stream so far today? Like that. 0 alphas, 2 shinies. I feel like I branded the stream wrong. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. But yeah, a lot of older Pokemon just had a lot of water. And I mean, even then, like, surfing and just large bodies of water have always been a common thing in Pokemon. I mean, Kanto, the whole bottom of Kanto's water. Johto doesn't actually have too much water. I feel like Johto probably has like some of the least amount of water. It's all optional, but there are a lot of water routes in Unova. Oh, and of course, too much water. Sinnoh... No, Sinnoh has like the lakes and stuff, so it's got water. They're not necessarily like big oceans, but there's water. Kalos... I feel like Kalos has like a lot of smaller pockets of water, but I can't recall any like massive bodies of water throughout the Kalos region. None that come to mind. Yeah, Kalos might not have too much. Alola, so much water. I mean, it's a set of islands. Galar had a decent bit. It wasn't too crazy. I think it was the DLC. Isle of Armor had a lot, but besides that, wasn't too bad. And Scarlet Violet, of course. I feel like there's more water in Hisui than Sinnoh, but again, it's when so much of the world is composed of something that's also a type. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of that type, but it just surprises me whenever people are like, they just are shocked. They're like, I didn't know there were so many water types. Was I mean, just logically speaking, there has to be. I mean, back in the day, like if you small, Pokemon, they didn't have 1,000 options to choose from. They had to make smart decisions when it came to making Pokemon go inside of the map, and sometimes that meant just there's an abundance of one. I'm pretty sure the smallest type is Fairy still, only because it's the newest, and they didn't retroactively add like, I don't, brain numb. I want to say Fairy's the smallest type. I just don't think they added a ton of Fairy Pokemon. I know there was a ton of Pokemon that gained the type when Gen 6 first happened, but I feel like we haven't gotten many new ones. So it kind of stagnated. Funny considering Dark didn't get any when it first came out, but yeah. I know, I am curious because I know like water's up there, but I am curious to know like what is the exact amounts, like percentage wise, of Pokemon types. Because I want to say my top 3 are like water, normal, grass, probably. Because I know there's a ton of those. That just has to be based off just Pokemon logic. Man, I feel like the smaller side, like again, Dark. I feel like we've gotten a lot of Steel types. Like, I feel like we've just gotten a large amount of steel types over the years. So, yeah, I don't know if that'd be low. It's definitely, like, a harder to find type, but I don't think it's, like, too uncommon. That makes sense. Alright, and that is a Toxtricity to be. Ooh, I forget how they choose the forms, so we're gonna see which form it is. I'm pretty sure... the blue and the yellow one, I don't remember what the freaking actual titles are. Like, what is it, low and high amp form or whatever? Is that how they're categorized? Well, I guess we have a shiny Swablu. I almost forgot I got that. I'm just sitting here yapping and completely forgot that. I was like, yeah, no, I did catch that. It's not gender-based, is it? No, it's freaking nature-based, right? Isn't it like half the natures are one and half the natures are the other? Whatever the case, the blue one is the taller one. Yeah. So this is the bigger alpha, right? If it's the top, I mean, if it's just the taller one, because it doesn't punch as much. Yeah, I feel like Toxtricity is like usually like the player side, so this is definitely bigger. I wonder if people can like do the alphas have designated sizes in this game? I don't think they do. People could measure the actual sizes of all the alphas. You definitely could. I mean, I think someone measured it. The player's like almost 6 foot in this game. I was like, I don't think that's right. But I heard that floating around. Almost 6 foot player, and I was like, sure. Sure. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say yes or no. I'm just gonna nod my head. What are we missing still? The Jigglypuff line. Just want to double check. Jigglypuff. Because, like, the Pokemon we don't have at all, right? We don't have any of the Jigglypuff line. We don't have Zangoose. The Grablocked line, we don't have. And the Crabrawler line. Those are the 4 lines we don't have, period. So if we see them, we should go for them. But... oh, yeah. Glamora. No, okay, that was in the first box. Alright. You know, I was going on, I was like, oh yeah, I remember all these Pokemon now. That's awesome. It's like, it'd be so much easier to organize. And now I keep going back to the box, not knowing what the heck I need. It really makes life difficult. Battle Zone deactivated, my favorite cutscene. God, I'm gonna go through all my streams. I want to see how much time has been wasted watching that stupid anime. Saw that Zangoose a mile away. I don't think Zangoose is necessarily a rare spawn, but just because I feel like I don't see it often, I wanna. I don't have a low level Alpha Donut, but I. Do I waste an Alpha Donut on it? I think I'm gonna waste an Alpha Donut. Like, I don't know when the next time I'm gonna find a Zangoose encounter is, so I think I'm just gonna do the Alpha Donut, call it. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. If I knew it was this, I would have not bothered. If I knew this was the map I was gonna get, I would have not used it, because this is such... oh my god, I could have reset so fast. I didn't need the stupid Alpha Donut. It's such an easy thing to reset here. Gosh, maybe like a shiny Lopunny before the Zangoose with Alpha Donut boost. Okay, well. You know, if someone said my video was scripted, I believe you. Pre-recorded. Oh, that'd be so... Okay, so that's actually like, really funny. Pre-recorded live stream, me talking in real time as I play back a video of me playing the game from like 2 hours ago. There's a level of evil there that I can't comprehend, but that is so funny conceptually to me. Alright, Zangoose acquired. What time are we at? What, 41? Yeah. We'll do a few resets. Blue Zangoose, maybe. It's so noticeable, it's like I don't even need to walk over. If I just see a Zangoose a different color, I just reset. That's what I mean. It's like it's such a easy reset here that it's like, why didn't I do this? Why'd I waste the stupid donut? No, but it's when you can reset this fast. It's like, I don't care about your shiny, your sparkling power. I don't need that, right? I got natural born resets, baby. I'm gonna reset before the damn timer goes off. How does the game react to this? You know? How do you beat this? Be nice if I didn't. If two more were able to spawn both, whatever. Helped one, caught the other. Zangoose is one of those Pokemon I've always actually really liked the shiny. I just think having a Pokemon that's primarily white with the red and then the shiny's the blue. To me, it's always been kind of like Zangoose double alpha. That's menacing as hell. God, it's so weird. Because Zangoose, never a Pokemon I've like used. Always a Pokemon I thought was so cool. I don't know why. Like, I genuinely don't have a reason for it. Because I've never had any form of actual attachment to the damn thing. But I've always thought it's such a cool Pokemon, and I still have yet to play. I've only played the original Sapphire. I don't have the official cartridge for Emerald or Ruby. I do really want to use a Zangoose on the team. One of those playthroughs that I do. I'm thinking I might do Zangoose and Emerald. I don't know. But it's one of those Pokemon. I don't know, but I just think it's so cool. I mean, what's really funny is I've always seen people argue, it's like, Zangoose is a Viper because you're like, oh man, Viper's so cool. It's like Arbok, but cooler. And I'm like, nah, Team Zangoose, bro. Team Zangoose all the way. Zangoose could beat a billion lions. Zangoose could beat a billion lions if he wanted to. Do I start yapping about Pokemon versus Lions tonight? Is it that kind of night? There's a level of stupidity, and it's that argument. The argument of just one group versus another group, and it's both just like uncategorizable. It's like no one can comprehend 1 billion lions. No one could comprehend Pokemon at that. Having them pitted against each other. It's the same way with the 100 dudes versus a gorilla. Anyway, the gorilla would win, but that's neither here nor there. I've always said in the 100 men, I love how I got myself like riled up about this. I think 100 men lose to the gorilla, but I think 100 crackheads could beat a gorilla. Let me explain. I think 100 crackheads juiced up on whatever the hell they're on. I think they have enough drug-induced strength to subdue the gorilla. And they won't have rhyme or reason. Neither will the gorilla. It's not a battle of wits, it's a battle of power, and I think 100 crackheads beat, strength-wise, a gorilla. But that's just me personally speaking. But no, one drugged up gorilla could probably, I think, is like city tier. Like city buster tier. This was a real conversation I had in public, I want you to know. I went for a walk in my area with my friends, and we actively spoke about who would win the gorilla debate, and then we started talking about how much crack could a gorilla do for it to destroy like a city, and we were like, I really think like one line of anything. As someone who doesn't do drugs, I don't. I just say stuff, but 99% confident. Like, as someone who watched Cocaine Bear, dumbest movie, stupid movie. That's why I went to see it in theaters at that. But Cocaine Gorilla, city tier. I think Cocaine Gorilla could beat like the Sharknado. Just me though. I wonder what the tolerance level of drugs is on gorilla. If it's similar to like a human. I have so many questions about animals where it's like in specific situations, like I'm so curious alcohol tolerance of animals. I know. Stupid. But how, like, I feel like an elephant could outdrink the whole world. I don't think an elephant would get drunk. It's a big ass animal. And like, but I feel like aquatic animals, like a whale, might be massive. But I feel like it also can't get drunk, but not for the same reason. I think alcohol would just kill it. I'm not an expert on this stuff. This is just how I think. This is what happens. It's a late night stream today, and it's an unplanned stream, so my brain nowhere right now. So I'm just gonna be yapping about stuff for the rest of the stream. I want you to know that it's gonna be a hell of a VOD. It's gonna be a hell of a VOD. No, but I think like anteaters. Low tolerance, I think, would be awesome drunk animals. Completely random. Like pick. But that's just me. That's just me. That's just how I feel. I feel like anteaters would be awesome drunk animals. Armadillos too. Armadillos as well. I'd be I would love to see specifically a vicious pit bull drunk as hell. I'm like fully convinced if you like an aggressive dog, if it was drunk, would become like the sweetest thing. Just how I feel. I feel like the more aggressive the dog is, the more drunk it needs to be. But all cats are naturally drunk, you just don't know it, so there's no point in giving them alcohol. Can't give it to a hamster, it's gonna become Final Destination in 5 minutes after a drink. Oh my god. You've never actually seen Final Destination or any of those movies. I've heard of them, and I know sometimes they can get pretty stupid, but I think just conceptually it's cool. I would pay to see this one. Like, I would go to theaters for this one. Final Destination. But the premise is all of the deaths and how they go about are the ways hamsters have actually died. If you go on the internet and search up stories of hamsters and like they're the most insane tragic deaths. And it's like no creature has less survival instinct than a hamster. I fully believe if you want to make the best Final Destination movie, just have all of the deaths stylized after the ways hamsters have died. As tragic as it sounds, it would be so entertaining. It would be so entertaining. Because it's not a single one is a moral, logical, like, death. It's the most tragic thing every time. Every time. No hamster's ever gone in peace. I promise you, not a single hamster has actually rested in peace. They bro woke up in the afterlife with like a shock face, like, did that just happen? This somehow it's like hamsters are the perfect size of animal, where it's like they're not small enough, or it's like an insect where it's like people like ignore it, but they're not big enough where people are like get scared of it. Hamsters are like such the perfect size, and they're so stupid at the same time. That's why G-Force is the best move. Yeah, next Let's Play, it's gonna be the Steam version of GeForce for the Nintendo Wii. The best. I always thought GeForce was just a funny concept, and anytime I think about hamsters, I'm like, the CG hamsters that took down what was like a mole, like a legitimate mole, and they no, were they guinea? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I can't. I don't. Isn't it like the nose or something? Like a guinea pig? I know it's like patterns, but I couldn't tell you what they are. I think it's the nose. It's the same thing. Like people get confused between crocodiles and alligators, but it's like the way the snout is formed is how you tell the difference. I think it's something similar, but I'm not positive. I'm not a hamster expert, guinea pig expert. I'm just here to hear about the tragic tales of people who've owned hamsters and just wish my condolences for having to watch the most horrific sequence of events transpire because that little rat didn't know how to live. Like, if I had a nickel for every time someone I knew in my personal life told me they had a hamster and they died by some incident of a couch, I'd have about 7 nickels. And I don't need several, like 7. I can name you like 7 different instances of people who were like, I had a hamster, and then we put him on the couch, and then spirals. The story always spirals, and none of them end the same. It's not like, oh no, someone stabbed my hamster. Like, no. It always turns into like a saw trap. It's like, it's straight up saw traps for the poor things, and they put themselves in the situation because they're so stupid. Late night hamster chats. One's a YouTube short for sure. God, if they. So I always sometimes I talk about with my friends. I'm like, there are some animals. It's like, not that we should domesticate them, but it's like they'd be cool pets. You know, like I think a bear. Hold up. I think like if people domesticated grizzly bears back in the day, they'd be awesome pets. I don't know. They're just like as aggressive as they are, and the fact they can like maul you to death. But like they're so silly looking. They're just so silly. I'm trying to think what other animals would be like awesome. I mean, I've always been a fan of like chimps. I think like a pet chimpanzee would go so hard. You should have a little goon. What they are. You just have a little goon with you. I mean, like, I feel like any form of, like, just primate. I don't know, I feel like at some point, primates, it's like, they're just one of the guys. Like, I feel like you would just start cracking a cold one with it, like, I don't know, I've seen some chill-ass monkeys. I've gone to the zoo. I've seen some chill-ass primates before, man. It is chilling. Harambe? Chill as shit. It was chill. It was chill. Man, I can't think of I like blanked. Like I brought it up and I blanked on animals. That's like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome as a pet. Hmm. I feel like a lot of farm animals, like animals I also consume on a regular basis, awesome pets. Pigs. Maybe it's my bias because I love Tepig, but I think a pig, like, imagine cuddling with a pig. Like, you clean him up, and then you just cuddle with a little pig. Like, I think that'd be awesome. He gets too old, and he's lunch. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Trying to think. I don't know how, like snakes and spiders. No, absolutely not. I know people do have this as pets, and I'm like, why? No, I love meeting people. They're like, here's my pet snake. And I'm like, what kind of snake? And they explain to me, it's like, yeah, this one's like super rare to find. It's poisonous. I'm like, so at what point did you decide, it's like, I just want to live with a constant fear of like, this thing will kill me if I make one wrong move. Like, a lot of people have dangerous ass animals. Me, anytime I see a untrained dog. No, I can't even. I feel like some people just, it's not even untrained, it's the mistreatment of dogs causes them to just be like menaces to society. And you can't blame the dog. I feel like a poorly behaved dog, 9 times out of 10, it's the owner's fault. Can't really blame the dog. It can happen eventually. Chinese Angus, baby. Worth it. Worth it. Took an extra like, what was that, 10 minutes or whatever? Got the alpha and the shiny. You go right there, buddy. And you go into the personal collection. Like 99% sure I don't have a Zangoose at home. It'd be funny if after this I check home, I'm like, oh, that's a Zangoose. The one I hunted on stream. I got that. Okay, there is another Garganackle we can try for. I mean, we could just try for Nackley as well. But up here, we do need Feeble. I believe we actually tried that last stream and we failed. So, run it back on the Feeble. I don't think we have enough Alpha Donuts for every Pokemon that we still need. But the second I find like a Jigglypuff spawn, Crab Brawler, probably gonna use it. I don't want to just like waste the good donuts every time I find a Pokemon I'm missing. It's kind of a waste. Sure, you know, 12 minutes. Need the time, just in case. I'm gonna get pissed if I use like a really good donut just to get it immediately. Ugh, that would suck. So now that's Sandile. He's out of the way. Oh, it's gonna be on the roof, isn't it? It's like, how inconvenient do you want to be today? I'm gonna assume... Oh, wait, hold up. Okay... What was aggroed on me? Oh, there's Sandiles over there. I feel like there's gotta be another Nickit spawn over here, right? It feels weird if there's only one on the roofs. No? Really? Okay then. I didn't think this... I figured this would be an easier one. Okay. Yeah, I guess you have to do this reset a few times, and then we... What is it? Yeah. left, portal, left. Right? Yeah. No, not left. Never mind. Brain. We're probably gonna be able to spot it from a good distance away. Because they blend in with the current terrain, so I don't think... They should stick out like a sore phone. I can't believe the Sandhows are aggroing on me from over there. Like, I'm not even on the same building as you. They can't get over here. I don't know why they're so upset. It's like aggressive-ass Pokemon. Straight up, like, bro, they are on the hunt. No hesitation there. They're ready to throw down. What is that, 5 Nickets cycle? I don't mind those odds. I don't mind that. We have a decent chance. I don't know necessarily if it's good good odds, but it is something. Nope. I will say, Nicket's such a neat Pokemon, but Thievul, I don't know, like, Thievul's just Swiper on 4 legs in a thicker tail. I don't know, I feel like Nicket, it was designed to be like the early game, like, capture instead of Wooloo. But then there's Wooloo. And it not only is it cuter, I'm 99% sure doubles. It has to be better than Thievul. Oh my god, there's no way that thing's... another Pokemon I feel like just forgotten. There's a lot of Pokemon that definitely, after their generation, a lot of the earlier Pokemon, a lot of more recent Pokemon, I feel like just get left in the wayside because they don't have the chance to shine. And then combine that with, I feel like Pokemon is listening to fans more, so it's, oh, we're not talking about Nickit, we're not talking about, what is it, Orbeetle or whatever. They don't show up again, you know, but everyone loved Wooloo and Yamper, so we're probably gonna see them. I say that as if this game didn't also include Nickit, but like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like some Pokemon don't show up in conversations, as I'd expect. I don't know, Charizard's able to make it in every game, so like, clearly they listen. They listen to the money. They listen to the sales. They see Charizard, people buy, so they know. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, here's a crazy idea, if they used TCG card reception, especially with the modern like boom and resurgence of it, to dictate what Pokemon to include in games. Because I mean, like, if they release a set, right, and it has, they did like I think Japan had like a ZA set, and it was like the big hitters were like Zygarde, Clefable, Starmie, Meowth had a big art rare, and like those were the ones talked about. But like I think most of the set, even then Clefable, Starmie, Zygarde, they didn't really get much coverage. So I feel like Pokemon Company would look at that and be like, okay, people are not responding to these Pokemon, so in like a new game per se, would we include them? I think that's very valid like critique. And like, you know, every time they do something Kanto related, it sells well. So of course, when we get projects that are unrelated to a new game or something, you know, there's just an emphasis on the older Pokemon. You know, Pokemon attached to trainers, some, like, people didn't care for they did, what was it, Ethan's Pokemon, and like, what was it, Journey Together, whatever. He had like Pichu, Typhlosion, Slugma, or whatever. People really liked Pichu, of course. People like Typhlosion, Slugma didn't do well. Wouldn't be surprised if they skipped on Slugma in more games. That's the current thought, because I feel like TCG has been very separate from the games for a long time now. Because I mean, since they probably haven't had like a full group meeting of like planning stuff out in correlation, besides like, hey, we got new Pokemon, so you can put them on the cards, you know? There hasn't been that much of like a game to card connection since the e-reader cards, and I guess Pokemon Go, but even then, was there anything besides the branding on the cards that connected to the Go? I'm pretty sure it was just the branding. It was like, oh yeah, here's the Pokemon and Go, and it was a glorified 151 set, because most of it was Kanto Pokemon. I mean, the whole special thing was like, hey, there's the rare Ditto cards, and there's like stickers of other cards on top or something. Like, whatever the case, I feel like now's a good time for that. And maybe it's a bit of bias, but personally speaking, I think it'd be cool if we had like e-reader sort of cards again with NFC cards, because I mean, if Pokemon's ever gonna do amiibo, like designated amiibo, I feel like the Rumble figures didn't sell well. I think they don't want to piggyback on Smash. I feel like they want to separate themselves from it, because it's not theirs. Like, they just let the other people at Sora Limited use their characters, and they don't really care much, I think. But I could see them doing the whole, like, hey, promo cards, right? You buy this set, here's a promo card, also an NFC card. I don't think they would sell designated packs, because it's like, I don't think they're gonna make enough content for the cards, where it's like, God, it's the e-reader cards were something else, because a lot of them didn't do much, in all honesty, and NFC cards, especially with how much they would cost, also would probably not do much, but I'd want them to. I don't know, I think there's like two ways to go about it. There's a few ways, really. One, maybe you have like how Gen 3 handled it. Or I think they could do a cosmetic-based one. You scan the card, you get a cosmetic for the Pokemon, or a cosmetic based on that Pokemon. I think that'd be a fun one. I feel like people, because it also wouldn't interfere with the actual game. It'd be such like a, hey, you really like this Pokemon, if you get the card of it, you know. I think it's one of those good like gateways, if it's like TCG to game, game to TCG, because it's like, okay, there's reason for me to get the game now. If I really like this Pokemon, I could see it in a new way because it's in this game, vice versa, and it doesn't interfere with the game. But I don't know, I feel like a part of me, it's like Pokemon would want to guarantee people would get this. If they bank on like, we're gonna do NFC cards for this new game, they're gonna want to bank on it. So I feel like it'd be, I don't know, it's, part of me is like, do they lock Pokemon behind the cards, as bad as it sounds? Like, imagine a game with like 200 Pokemon, 100 of them, 100, maybe, like, you could still get, like, I don't know, Machops in the game. If you wanna get a Machamp without trading, you can if you get the card, right? But say Tinkaton, not in the game. If you want to get any of those Pokemon, you need the e-reader cards, or the NFC cards. That feels like a very Pokemon move. As bad as it sounds, that's a very Pokemon move. Because you're forcing people now, it's like, you have to get these sets, to get these Pokemon. And it's like, as bad as that sounds, that's something they would do. Did they lock Pokemon behind the e-reader cards? I don't think they did. I think they did at like before the release of XD and Coliseum. I think some of the Gen 2 Pokemon you could only get with e-readers, but I'm pretty sure none of the actual... Oh no! Actually no, they did lock Pokemon behind the e-reader cards because that's how you got the Eon ticket, isn't it? That wasn't how, like, other events, that was an e-reader card, I think. So... Well, I guess there were other ways to get it at the time too, if you like had a friend traded, so... It's iffy. It's iffy. But isn't there like this... I mean, Fire Red Leaf Green, I'm pretty sure, has a scrapped area. Or it's not scrapped because you can still visit it, but one of the Sevi Islands, I think it's like the last one, it's like a cave of just Zubat, but originally, if you, like, people have looked at the code, because it, you know, 15-year-old game. And originally, what is the 7th Islands? Is that how... Yeah, Sevi Island 7. The 7th Islands, I believe, if you put a e-reader card in, it was supposed to give you that Pokemon. You put a Smeargle card in, you would get Smeargle there. You put a Chansey card, you get Chansey there, whatever. Which, you know, completing the National Dex is not really possible, so... Well, at the time it wasn't, so it would have been cool. Funny enough, as of... I think I'm gonna try getting the National Dex in those games. Because obviously you can only really get, I think you can get like roughly, between all of the Pokemon available, I want to say you can get like 200 Pokemon, or a little less than 200 Pokemon in Fire Red Leaf Green. Because you have the 151, a couple Johto, and a couple of the babies and Evos, I think. Don't quote me on that. But, again, it's an older game. There's been a lot of time for people to look at the code, and obviously people speedran it. It's been tear to bits. I was looking through old videos on YouTube, and a lot of glitches exist to generate Pokemon. I mean, Gen 3 has been broken to hell and back. But Fire Red Leaf Green specifically, there's been lots of things you can do. So I'm very curious, because I think it might be possible with the power of exploits and glitches to actually obtain a living dex in the Virtual Console, or not, I guess, does it count as Virtual Console still? I think it's just a port. That's the Switch port of Fire Red Leaf Green. I think those are just ports. I don't even think they're considered like a Virtual Console. I literally think they're just ports. But yeah, the ports of those games, I'm pretty sure you can get the actual whole thing. I mean, we do have Coliseum XD on the way. If they give us Gen 3, then we'll be able to do it if they give us the cross-compatibility, but I'm not sure. Not sure. I assume I assume we're probably getting more than just Fire Red Leaf Green, because it makes sense, right? It makes sense. Why would we get Fire Red Leaf Green? Because of Kanto. But man, is it weird conceptually, because Fire Red Leaf Green, oh, tied to Gen 3 and Hoenn. And I guess I don't know. The thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, if we're getting this game and it's exactly as it was, we need Gen 3 to kind of complete the package. You know, logical response. Counterpoint, BDSP. That game, obviously, it's a very different situation, but Sinnoh is super tied to Johto. I mean, there's literally character cameos in that game. And it's not like we got a new Johto game because of BDSP. That game just came and went. It came, unfortunately, and then it went, I wish, faster. Honestly, wish we didn't get it. Yeah, I know everyone's like, oh man, why everyone complains. We finally got Sinnoh remakes and everyone complains. It's like, okay, we asked for good Sinnoh remakes. Do we need Scovillain? I feel like we need a Scovillain. No, we don't. Like, stand corrected. But we could try for the Nacli. But yeah, all of these others, yeah. We still need that Nacli stack. But yeah. So a lot of thoughts. I mean, I'm very curious to see when Colosseum XD come out for Switch Online. I feel like those are like the biggest titles on Switch Online that we know of right now. Just because, like, between how, at least in the Pokemon fandom, they're games, I feel like, Pokemon Company does not talk about them, right? It feels almost like a lost media of Pokemon. And they're hard to find, but they're so different compared to what we're used to. And I mean, but besides the fact that they're just, I mean, they're probably like the hardest Pokemon games. If you've played them, the difficulty difference between that and any other Pokemon game, older or newer, is night and day. And I don't mean it's like impossible, because I played Colosseum 100%, and it's a phenomenal game, but it's double battles. Your Pokemon choices and movesets are so much more limited. Gen 3 mechanics, it's not modern mechanics either, so some moves don't work the same. There's no physical special split. And again, especially Colosseum, I feel like XD has more of a scaling issue, just because a lot of things happen at like the end of the game compared to Colosseum, where it's more spaced out. But Colosseum's selection of Pokemon is awful. Oh my god. It's like all of the Gen 2 trash. It's all the Gen 2 Pokemon before they got cool Evos. That's what it is. I mean, like, no one's gonna use Shrevis or Murkrow. They don't want to use those. They want to use Honchkrow, Smagius. But they didn't exist at that time. You know, I don't know, I would love to, I have it on GameCube, like, physically. And I would love to play through that again, like stream it. But unfortunately, I don't have a way to capture footage on my Wii. Because I don't actually have a GameCube. I've been playing it, I have the OG Wii, which has backwards compatibility. Love to play that game. It's so fun. Because it's so different. It's just so different. I can't help but have fun with it. Because there's not another game like those two. And I've not played XD yet. I've only played Colosseum. Because XD is still more expensive. I was able to get Colosseum for a decent price. Still too much, but much better price than what most people are asking for. XD is still unable to find a good bargain on it. I probably will still end up getting it physically, even if it does come to Switch Online, because I don't think it's going to have compatibility, and I would like to send over, or be able to send over Pokemon from those games. Because I have my Pokemon from Colosseum. I went for the grueling process that is sending them for like 5 different games to get them into home. And they get Shadow Pokemon, at least, when you send them to modern games, get unique titles. and it's like, actually like a cool title. It's not like the morning Pokemon. Like, no, it's like the Awakened. Whereas it's cool. I don't remember what it is, but. And also, I guess if I ever wanted to do a Ribbon Master or a Pokemon that had all the ribbons, I could get an extra one with the Purification. Because that counts. What's really funny to me is if you look at the list of Pokemon that can actually get every ribbon, I think it's only like 8 different species, I'm pretty sure. I know Scizor, I know Fortress. Funny enough, I don't think you can do it with Pikachu. Because you can't, there's no purifiable Pikachu. Well, no, the list was pretty big. So it's just all the Shadow Pokemon. And then, you know, Sword Shield, Dex Cut. Lower that to so few Pokemon. But is there any... No, I was gonna say, is there any ribbons that are exclusive to those games? Yeah, the Galar one, so. I've always wanted to do, I've never done it, I've always wanted to do a Ribbon Master of Tepig. Because, I mean, the list of ribbons you can have on a Tepig, so small. You have, I think it's like, what, 3 3DS games I had to play, plus Scarlet Violet. And I guess we don't know right now if anything in Z8 counts like Legends Arceus did. Because Legends Arceus, if it was an alpha, it had a special thing. It had a mark. It wasn't a ribbon. It had a mark, if you want to count that. And then if you took a photo and registered that it was an Hisuian, it'd get a ribbon for being there. So I assume this game has something similar, where it's like I don't even know what they would do. I don't know what task in this game would count for it. Again, unless they just redo the whole, like, take a photo, it counts. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. We're not gonna know for a while. I'm honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Pokemon Day we get home compatibility. Because it's been a while. We have a whole deal. Like, the game's done. So there ain't nothing else that there's gonna be added to our knowledge, so I don't see why not they have the home compatibility. The home update out by now. I don't have like a proper Ribbon Master, but I do have a Gengar. My original Gengar from my first playthrough of Pokemon period. That has not every ribbon and mark, but as many as I could get. It has all the ribbons from the Switch era, plus a few extra from 3DS. All of the marks in Scarlet and Violet that are obtainable on a Pokemon. The Hisui mark. God. There's some other stuff on there. It has all the contest ribbons, everything in BDSP. Like, I put a lot of time into that game. I'm very happy with the. Again, it's one of those Pokemon where it's like that I have so few options of Pokemon that I've had for so long to be able to send over, and I was like, if I'm gonna pick, I know Gengar's gonna show up in Pokemon games, so I was gonna use that, and it's really fun just taking it like every game and just doing stuff with it, because especially like BDSP, it was, as much as I hate that game, it was really fun to see that game in such a different light, because it's like you're forced to do the contest, you're forced to do like challenge battles and stuff, and you know, obviously rematching a league in every game for those ribbons and stuff. It's little things like that I appreciate. I personally really want more of that in Pokemon games, more of that side stuff that grants Pokemon things. Like, as dumb as it sounds, you know, as dumb as it sounds, as unconsequential, as unconsequential as it may be, stuff like the gold leaves in Heart Gold Soul Silver, that goes such a long way for me. And I don't know if others feel the same way, but that's just a me thing. Yeah, nothing. Oh, there is another Garganacl we can try. I think I might alpha one. I might put a donut on this one because we already failed like 3. We've already failed 3, so I might admit defeat and put a donut on this one. Let's get it over with. Rip the band-aid off. I will say what's funny is while I was collecting Gimmighoul coins, there were 2 Pokemon that I didn't have. That I could have caught, but I chose not to. There was an Alpha Zubat, and I still need a Crobat, and then, funny enough, Alpha Nacli. So. Ironic. Really ironic, considering I passed those up earlier. Because I wasn't streaming, I was like, ow. Again, if I knew it was this way, I wouldn't use the stupid thing. Is there any Pokemon here I'd want to hunt? Because I don't want a shiny Garganacl, that's for sure. No, you have a lame shiny too. Yeah, there's nothing here I want. Yeah, no. Let me just URL. Yeah. Nothing here I want. Just gonna head out. Waste of a donut. It sucks. Truly though, that is the best map to reset. Like it is. No. But oh no, you gotta evolve you actually. We're gonna finish the final box before the 3rd one. All we need is a Zubat to evolve into Crobat. I don't think you can actually find a naturally spawning Crobat in Mega Dimensions. I've seen Zubat and Golbat, but I've never actually seen a Crobat. Oh, this was gonna be a big one for sure. Oh my god, you are huge. Alright. And you go right there. So all we need is Crobat for the 4th box, and then here we still got a few more. Wasn't there a Starly actually? Or am I tripping? Yeah. We can get Starvia. Got a Staraptor as well. Oh, that's gonna be big actually. That's gonna be a big alpha. 40s. God, I don't want to use a Teensy power. Humongo power, I don't want to. Man, Scovillain and Starvia, if only I didn't have it. That'd be such a good one to use the alpha power on. So now... Oh. Oh, you're just giving it to me. You're just giving it to me. Oh my god, right next to the portal? You shouldn't have. Easy. Oh my god, it's a big one too. Oh, like we could have been here for so long. Like, oh yeah. Here's the, like, the massive ones are cool because of the amount of Pokemon you can end up getting. Or like species, I mean. But because you're on a time limit, it's actually like really annoying. It's really annoying because you're just gonna miss stuff. Because the maps just get so big. As cool as they are. But I mean, that was a freebie. Literally was a freebie. Did not even have to try. That was free. Feed you one, because you gotta go 2 stages. Alright. 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 It's always weird when I see regional birds outside of their region. Because it's like, I see like Pidgey, and I'm like, that's Kanto. That shouldn't be in any game but Kanto. I don't know why. Because I don't feel that way about like the regional mammals, rodents, whatever you want to call them. Like, if I see a Zigzagoon, look, Zigzagoon, Pokemon I like. Bidoof, Pokemon I like. It's specifically the birds. Heck, the bugs as well. It's like, if I see a Caterpie, I'm like, that's a Caterpie. Cool, right? Classic Pokemon. And I'm not surprised. Oh my god, you are massive. Can you land? You want to land for me? I know you have the animation for it. You fly in your sleep, huh? Does he not land? I swear Staraptor has a landing animation. Really? You don't want to land, huh? Alright. Yeah, we'll take it. Okay, now for sure we gotta reset though. Yeah, so we're still looking for Crabrawler and the Jigglypuff line. Those two we don't have, period, so we need to hunt those. Those are a must. I feel like Crabrawler, I feel like it's gonna be a big one. Alpha-wise, I feel like that's just gonna be a big Pokemon. No? Nothing there, nothing there. Nothing there, nothing there. We got the Liebird last episode. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Alright, Bat Spawns. To see it. There's not much. There's literally not much I can do if there's just nothing. So. No. 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 We need the Wimpod. I don't... Oh, there's two Wimpods. Taking a look. I don't see anything else right now. Yeah. Okay, but we got two shots out of Wimpod. Not bad, not bad. If we get a good spawn like the Starly, I won't complain. Straight up, like, oh god, couldn't have been a better thing. Large map, but it spawns right next to the portal, I mean. Couldn't make life any easier. Straight up, really couldn't. There's the stupid portal. Hello. What? That wasn't even in a portal. That's just a free Venery. Free Venery. Didn't do anything for that one. What is that? 4 shinies we found on stream today? I mean, hey, won't complain. I'm not gonna lie, a part of me kind of wishes, as nice as it is to have the sound, it makes it a little too easy. I'm gonna be, it makes it a little easy. Makes it a little easy. Gotta be honest. Like, I mean, a part of me, it's like, I wish it played if I locked on, you know? Like, I feel like then I wouldn't mind as much. It's just, shiny Pokemon, I love that it's not as annoying, but at the same time, I wish there was a bit more challenge. Like, it feels... It's such a delicate balance, but it's like... with how many Pokemon spawn at a time, especially because this is the Switch 2 version of ZA. I don't... If every Pokemon had a noticeable shiny, because it's the problem is some Pokemon just don't. But if every Pokemon at least had like enough of a color difference to where like you can tell apart the normal from the shiny, then we wouldn't need the sound. That's just my opinion. But if they just fix the shinies for the Pokemon, it has to be enough of a color difference. If it's not noticeable, then it's bad. Ooh, well, yeah, good. I was gonna say, what level do you evolve at? All right, it doesn't matter. Also, oh my god, I have so many candies. I can level everything up in my box right now to level 100 and still have candies left over. That is how many I have. What happens when you grind for Gimmighoul coins and berries. So weird knowing there's a Mega Golisopod. Anyway. I feel like it's like anime size. Like, I feel like that's how... it felt pretty big in the anime. Alright, back to Nickit. What other species am I missing? I'm missing more than just those two lines. The Gravelocked line. The Golurk line. Oh my god, I forgot the Golurk line. Holy hell. But I think we got, yeah. Okay. Oh, we need dash button as well. I haven't seen that. But now we're on the hunt for Nickit specifically. Dragonair. It's crazy. Alright, reset. Yeah, these last few we're just not getting spawns of is the problem. I know I want to say Golurk is kind of rare. The ones with the megas, kind of rare. Like Crab Brawler, Golurk, I feel like it's gonna be a while till we see either of those spawn. I'm surprised you haven't seen the Jigglypuff line though. If you told me these were scripted, I'd believe you. No, we have all those. Why is Eevee here? I guess Jolt, that's weird. I mean, as dumb as it sounds, I might, like, straight up, this is the first time I think I've seen it. Oh, between the last two streams, so, like, I might waste an alpha on this one. Oh my god, Alpha Golurk is gonna be massive. It's already... So we need 2 Golurks. Wherever they may be. Oh my god, right next to me? Oh, game, you shouldn't have. Golurk shinies. Okay, well that's that. that's that. Damn. I can't help but like a few resets wouldn't hurt. It's a very noticeable shiny. I think there's another batch over here. Oh, there is. Oh my god, you really shouldn't have, game. I didn't even do much for that one. I didn't even like try hunting that one. Bro just showed up. Bro was just there actually. I'm like 99% sure I have a shiny Golurk, but I mean, if I don't, if I don't have one, oh my god, it'd be so funny if another one spawned in the same patch. I don't think we've found any alpha shinies doing this, have we? Oh my god, if the Zangoose earlier was alpha, it would have been so sick. It would have been so cool. I mean, let this go to show the power of donuts. Just mega dimensions overall. I mean, I've been in this dimension for what, like 2 minutes. I already got the alphas I needed and a shiny that I wasn't planning on getting. Like, yeah, I will. With the lighting of the mega dimension, it's hard to tell because it's like if you look at the shiny, it's darker colors and green, but the problem is mega dimension is just it's just darker lighting than the rest of the game. So you gotta focus on the green instead of the yellow lining, but maybe it's just my eyes, but I think the green and yellow really blend. They look very similar. It's easy to tell when they stand side by side, but it's hard to tell if you look at like just one in this part of the game. Like, let me... Like, side by side, you can definitely tell the difference. But if it's just one alone from a distance, it's definitely hard to tell here. Because the lighting's all funky. Also, what... I forgot, what is the lore with Golett and Golurk? Are they... What are they... They're not statues, are they? They're like older. Like, they're not. I don't even remember. I know they had the lore to them. What that lore is beats me at this point in time. But whatever it is, Golurk's such a good Pokemon design. The fact that it has like the cannon mode, even though it doesn't show up, I think is so sick. Always been a fan of Golurk. Golett too, because it's just little guy Golurk. Like Golurk's badass, and Golett, he's just a little guy, but he's still a fun guy. Might be the Gen 5 bias showing. Actually, that's not even bias. Like I know so many people. It's like regardless of what you might say about Unova and Gen 5, it's Golurk top tier. A lot of the I think it's really funny. I feel like a lot of early game Gen 5 Pokemon absolutely shit on. Late game Gen 5, people love it. Oh god, you people love it. Haxorus, Hydreigon. I feel like a lot of people shit on Cubchoo, but they like Beartic. I'm trying to think. Wow, the Braviary gets a lot of love. Who? But I feel like a lot of people shit on, like the early game Pokemon. Lillipup, Patrat, the starters, of course. Pidove. Okay, Zebstrika is the exception. I feel like a lot of people like Zebstrika. Wish it was better. Like a lot of people, I think, they like the Zebstrika's design, but they don't like using it. I think that's where people draw the line. Good Pokemon, bad execution kind of situation. People love Excadrill. People shit on Zubat. It's like for every Pokemon I feel like I hear people like, I hear another they dislike. But I guess that also comes with the territory of Gen 5 being such a massive generation and doing so much the same. I just saw a video posted a few days ago, actually. Now that I think about it, a few days ago. and it was every Gen 1's Pokemon and Gen 5's counterpart. So many views. Like when I saw it just came out, so many views. I didn't watch it, but you know, that's always the conversation with Gen 5. It's Gen 1 but modern, but Gen 1 worked because it was the first. And then they pivoted. It's really funny. So many people used to shit on Gen 5 when it first came out, but now it's part of like the classic games because it's before the 3D, before the gimmicks. So it's like it's so weird, like the classic era of Pokemon, Gen 1 through 5. And Gen 5 is when I started, so it's weird. Because like people who get into it afterwards, it's like, oh wow, you've been playing like the oldie games. I'm like, the oldie games? Ooh, don't say that. That hurts. that's my starting point. My starting point was Gen 1 through 4 was old, and now that's like 20 years ago. Gen 5, I'm trying to think. How old is that now? 15 years ago. Came out, right? Yikes. Man, I remember that like it's yesterday, playing that for the first time. DSi. They were just good games, and as much as people want to clown on the sprites, I think the Gen 5 moving sprites are phenomenal. Not to say the static sprites were bad. I don't know. I feel like besides Gen 1 and 2, like classic Gen 1 and 2, none of the Pokemon games have bad sprites. Some of Kanto's Pokemon in Gen 1 and some of the newer Pokemon in Johto at the time, I think had some tough sprites. Especially like, oh my god, Red and Blue, like Coughing, Mew, Ditto, like some of them had some sprites. Okay, Ditto, I don't think it was that bad. Mew had it rough. Coughing had it rough. But I will say a lot of like Team Rocket's Pokemon I think had bad sprites. But I think Gen 2, when they made Johto, they kind of knew what the Kanto Pokemon were about, so they had good sprites. But then the newer Pokemon, I think that's where they dropped the ball a little. I think Crystal, I think I'll say Crystal has no bad sprites. I think that's when they found their footing. And then Gen 3 was absolutely beautiful. As much as I love Gen 5, and it is my favorite game, I think the overall best generation of Pokemon, Gen 3. The Gen 3 era of Pokemon. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, the first set of remakes with Fire Red Leaf Green, and then you get Coliseum, XD, the spin-off set, those are like big spin-offs. It was a different time, and I just think it was the best generation, like that we've seen so far. Because it's five in quotes, because 2 of them are split releases, so it's really 3 games, but 5 solid games, 2 beloved spin-offs. I know people want to clown on it. I think Pokemon Channel has so much charm to it. The anime was at a really good spot at that time. TCG was at a really good spot at that time. I feel like the TCG, in my opinion, because I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, base set. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the cards really got good till like Gen 5. And I don't mean this as my bias showing. I mean, because that's when we started getting like the really nice artworks, in my opinion. And as much as I praise the e-reader compatibility, that's hard carrying my opinion on that era of cards. Gen 4 had some good cards, but I just think Gen 5 is such a step up, or it was such a step up at the time with the card quality. It's really funny because of how many people are like, they want to collect vintage classic Pokemon cards. I'm gonna be honest, I think modern cards just look nicer. I mean, I think Pokemon cards peaked at Gen 6, in my opinion. I think the Gen 6 era is where they peaked. Oh my god, was that the final hypers? Did I finally get that stupid? Oh. Yeah, there's extra quests in Mega Dimensions. I did most of them except investigate in a hyperspace. Oh, God. Shut up. Don't make you do so much. No, I do think Gen 6 is like peak TCG in my opinion. I think those have the best card arts. Probably a bit of bias because we had the first anniversary collection. First anniversary set, I mean. That gave us beautiful artworks. Because, like, I think Gen 5 is when they started to find their groove. Gen 6, because we had the return of dragons. We also had fairy types for a bit. And I don't know. It's like, for me, because I definitely fell out of Pokemon cards during Gen 7 era. And I don't really collected that many. I collected during Gen 6, and I kind of fell off during 7 and 8, and I got back into it during Scarlet Violet. But, like, I really think that the Gen 6 set of cards are, like, just such consistently good. Like, no misses. As much as people might clown on some of them, I really think there's no bad cards. Can't say the same for the others. Sun and Moon, Scarlet Violet as well. Some of it just felt a little too experimental for my liking. They tried a lot of things, and some of them just didn't stick, in my opinion. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's just... There might also be a bit of, like, annoyance, because I remember seeing, like... Did they get rid of GXs at that point? Or EXs and do the GX shit at that point? Because I thought it was dumb then, when they did it. Because I was like, I remember when they first announced they were dropping EXs, right? Actually, no, that might have been Sword Shield. They might have still done EXs. I remember when they first, like, announced those. And I was like, oh, they're gonna drop this to go back to EXs one day. It's not gonna last. You should be bigger. This is the one alpha that I wanted to be ginormous. Too small for my liking. What did normal Golurk in this game look like? We didn't see any. Do I have any? There should be. Yeah. Like, how big are you? Oh, you are so small. Oh my god, you're so small. Golurk should be a Titan. That is too small. Not my Golurk. Not my Golurk. Yeah, we do need a bubble push. A part of me, if I had a better camera, or like a better setup actually, I would love to go through my whole Pokemon collection that I currently have, like on stream or something. Only because I have a lot of older cards, just because that's what I collected at the time. And obviously, I mentioned it last stream, I sold most of my EXs, like full arts and stuff, and a lot of them are of that time, Gen 6, Gen 5 era cards. And a lot of them were just, they weren't market value, they were all scratched up, because they're old. They're old, and as much as I want to keep them in good condition, they've just been sitting in binders, but it's not like I'm making sure the binders are pristine, you know, they're chucked in a cabinet and I don't look at them. I sold them for a couple bucks. There are a few cards I forgot to take out. I had Generations Pikachu, the full art of the original artwork, Africa Ninja as well. I wanted to keep those cards because I know they're both personal ones that I just really like and I wanted to keep, and they ended up in the binder after I was taking them out. So they ended up getting sold with everything else. And I really wish I didn't sell those just because they're such cool cards. I also sold, I had in there as well, my first ever EX, which was a promo Zekrom. I'm not upset that I lost that one as much, especially because I realized it's worth like nothing. So if I really wanted to, I could spend like $2 to get it back. But I don't. It's a tough pill to swallow selling cards, but I still don't know if I even want to get them back, because it's like Africa Ninja at the very least. I know it was a bit of money, even lightly played. It was a bit of money that I sold it for. So getting it back, even if it was even a worse condition, would just be hard to find. But the Pikachu one, that one, it's such a cool piece, in my opinion. Like, just like an art piece. It's cool. You know, that first artwork in it. Modern. I'm gonna see if I can spot the alpha from over here so I can get faster resets. It's just hard to tell because they're so far away. But the Panchams keep aggroing. I don't think the I feel like if one is like much larger than the other, then we'll know. It's a sec for them to show up. Yeah, I realized I probably should have done a donut. Off the donut. Oh well. But as of right now, because I never talked about it, but I am the only cards I collect now. Because, you know, when I first collected, it's like, yeah, you want the EXs, you want the rares. I collect commons. I mean, like, if I get a reverse holo of a Pokemon, I'll keep that too. I really collect everything from Pokemon. And I only sold the cards because I need cash. Had it not been for that, I would have just kept them. You know, I would have just kept them without a care in the world, because it's like, oh yeah, it's cool, it's my collection. I mean, most of them were promos. Like, as dumb as it sounds, most of my collection of EXs were just promos. I was so unlucky with packs. It is insane. The amount of code cards I have compared to the amount of EXs, it's like such bad. And I mean, the era I grew up with, the rates were, I mean, they were just a lot worse, I think. But it was, come on, the few cards I pulled, most of them were like standard EXs, couple full arts. I think the only like rare card that I pulled, I had 2 trainer cards that I sold. A Winona and a Lysander, full art. Of each of them. I want to say those are 2 like genuinely rare cards that I pulled from sets back in the day. I had a few full arts from Hunting White Flare for the Tepic cards, but none of the rare ones. I had full art Oshawott, full art Roggenrola. That's it. I didn't mind losing those. I didn't have any attachment. I mean, I did a short where I showed off all the EXs and stuff a while back, and I made that short because I knew I was planning on selling them. It's like, well, yeah, I don't mind losing. I don't mind losing them physically because I'll have like the memory. They'll always be encapsulated on my channel now. So if you want to see what the EXs were, but I pride myself on my commons because I like looking at all of the Pokemon individually. I don't care if they're the rarest variant, because, I mean, maybe it's just me, but, like, I grew up, full arts weren't, like, the main thing, of course. It was the EX, and EX were just, like, a more striking pose of a Pokemon, but I can't even see you. I just heard you. Hey, shiny Pancham. God, what is that? Like, how many shinies have we got today? 6. We're at 6. Not gonna see this if I play Fire Red, that's for sure. God, those are full odds. For reference, Pokemon shinies nowadays are like number-wise. It's like a 1 out of... With Shiny Charm, it's like 1 out of 4,000. But like, usually it's like 1 out of 8,000. It's like modern. But back then it was like 1 to like 12. So, even harder to find. If you've ever encountered someone who claims to be like a shiny purist, they only will hunt shinies in the older games for the higher odds, because it's like it makes it more valuable. I mean, there's not really any way to tell. Shiny's a shiny. The only shinies I don't really care for are the ones in Go, because at home they have a big fat G, and you can't really tell if they were caught during a community day or not, and if they were, I mean, I swear they're guaranteed at that point. Either I've been really lucky with Pokemon Go and the few times I've done those, or the odds are just really high, and I think the odds are just really high for Pokemon Go, so I feel like the shiny odds there, you don't work for them, they just happen. That's just the game. And I know there's ways to boost odds, like Shiny Charm, or you do, you know, the Shiny Donut, but you gotta work to reach that point. So I still respect shinies that are gathered this way. You know, you still have to work to reach the point of like, okay, you still got that sparking power. You still, if you got the 1 out of like 400 chance when you were doing Dynamax Adventures on Sword and Shield, you had to work to reach those Pokemon and catch the legendary and all that. So those, even though the odds are so high still, it's the fact that you have to reach that point and work for it. And you don't do that with Pokemon Go. The game is just naturally high odds. That's how I view it, at least. I know some people agree or disagree with that, but that's just personally how I feel about it. Can't really sell me on the whole Pokemon Go shinies. That, and I don't play Go much. I mean, I fell out of Pokemon TCG Pocket just because funny enough, TCG Pocket, it just got they released sets too much for me to keep up. Like, because I unlike normal TCG, I was like able to complete the sets and like digital, you could keep playing. But then Pocket, it just felt like there was just not enough time. And I guess part of that is because I'm used to the American release schedule compared to Japan. And Japan has smaller sets more frequently. America has bigger sets a couple months apart. So I wasn't ready for the like constant stream of content that game would provide. Even if I've heard it's gone down in quality. I mean, the cards don't look bad to me, but people are saying they're reusing artwork from sets now, like for EXs when they weren't before, and I'm like, okay, continue. Like, when TCG Pocket got announced initially, right? I personally thought it was going to be like digital versions of just classic sets. Like, I thought it was going to be like, collect the 151, collect base set again on your phone. I didn't think it was going to be what we got. And I will say, I kind of hope we get a TCG Pocket set. Like, I hope we get a set that has the artwork from TCG Pocket. The exclusives, I mean, because it'll be such a shame if the service is shut down and then we just can't see those cards anymore. Because, like, I don't, me personally, I really like a TCG Pocket, like the cards that I've seen, and I don't know if it's even feasible, because I don't know if it's like the mobile app, whoever, because I don't think it's Pokemon Company directly. I think they license it out for someone to make it, so I don't even know who owns like the card art at this point. But if it's possible, I think it'd be really cool if we got a TCG Pocket set where it's like, you know, maybe a few new cards, but a ton of cards that are just from the game, that are all the new artworks for the game. I think it would just be really sick. The only problem with that is most of the exclusive art pieces are the EXs and the full arts, so it's, I don't think they can really do a set of just EXs and full arts, as most of the commons, to my knowledge, are existing artwork, I think. I mean, they could just re-release those cards. Nothing's stopping them from doing that. Realizing now I probably should have done a donut because I needed 2. I needed 2 of these little feathers. Probably should have done a donut. Now I gotta hunt. There's no way I have enough time for another one. Where the hell do you go? Alright. So yeah, we're gonna have to come back for a grab locked at some point. Unless we manage to roll one in like 12 seconds. Okay, well, they gotta de-aggro first. They don't okay. I think we're done. Hold up. Last reset. No. Maybe. I can't even do my strat anymore because I can't tell the size difference. I can't tell if one's like comically large now. GG's. We'll have to do another hunt for grab lock, that's fine. We got one. We got one. Completely forgot about this. Alright. Anything else? I think... No, we did Brevard last time. I don't see anything... I saw the Zangoose, but we already did that one. Yeah, still no sign of Jigglypuff or Crabrawler. I will say, I don't know if I need to hunt Igglybuff specifically, or if there will be a Jigglypuff Igglybuff combo or something. I don't know. Only way is to find out. I will say I'm curious if we get a game one day with alpha Pokemon and breeding, because I'm curious if you can breed down alphas. Because you've never been, you never had the chance to do that. Hold up, is there nothing? Oh, okay. Well, duds. It happens. It happens. Alright. Something good, something good. Porygon. I didn't even know you could get a 3-star Porygon. Okay. I was gonna say, there's a Fido right there, but I saw the Jigglypuff Igglybuff combo. Oh, huge, huge, huge. Alright, this is massive. Because if we luck out, we get 3. If we luck out, I'm just gonna use the Alpha Donut. I have another Alpha Donut, don't I? Don't scare me like that. Okay, we have another one. How many Alpha Donuts do I have left? I have 2? Oof, I only have 2 left. I do have the Humongo power. I do have Humongo. It's not alpha, but it's something. Oh my god, Igglybuff is an on-site Pokemon. I'd rather not kill everything around, but I mean, if you're not gonna move, then you're gonna die. It's a very simple logic. Okay. That's 1. So we need 1 Igglybuff, and then... Oh my god, no. I was gonna say, if I find 2 Igglybuffs... No. I am hunting another Jigglypuff. I am not Friendship Evoing. I know I have to do Zubat, but I'm not doing another one. I see that Igglybuff, but I'm just gonna reset. I refuse. Give me a Jigglypuff, please. Don't want to reset. Alright, I don't want a friendship. At least in this game, it's not atrocious, but... What aggroed on me? Oh, the Mawile. Damn, there's not that many Jigglypuffs. Just in case. Just in case. But I'm gonna stay here. You know, maybe we will get the Jigglypuff. Thank God. Oh, thank God, I did not wanna do the Igglybuff. Oh. Well, that's one of the missing ones. So, we'll just chuck you in the back with the extra Pokemon. Alright. So now, where do you go? Nope. Okay. Go right there. Do I have an extra Moonstone? Got like everything else in this game. Alright. I'm surprised we don't have a Mega Wigglytuff, I'm gonna be honest. Surprised you don't have any Jigglypuff forms that I think about it. Because like, Jigglypuff, so big back in the day, but like, no one talks about it now. Except Smash fans, but... Alright, how many am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1's the Crab Brawler line. So that's like a 2 for 1. Rookity, huh? Okay. Oh wait, we have the Fido right here, actually. Before we do Fido, God, if we can make 7 alpha sandwiches. Because we have one more alpha sandwich, and I want to save that for Crab Brawler. We don't have that many pinks, though. Something good, please. Alpha powers, all I ask. Okay, we got two alpha powers. The more we get, the quicker the stream ends. Go big or go home. Let's go. Now, the more alpha powers we get, the better off we are. We need a few more high-level ones, though. That's the problem. What is that, 4 now? This is all purely RNG, too, so there's not really any... We either get it or we don't get it. It's that simple. Wait. Don't do that. Don't give me hope. Worst thing you can do for me right now. Why the hell are you red? What? Was that not enough pink? Was I not paying attention? What the hell? We don't have much to work with. A little scary. Oh, berries. Sure, level 36. Oh my god. What is this RNG check that's happening right now? Like, I can't stress enough. I am not, like, I don't have any say in this. Like, this is just happening. I can put more pinks, but this is gonna have to be a green one, unfortunately. Not much we can do about that. I try not to use the bear. I try like having one of each berry type. Maybe. Not enough pink. Okay. It tells you the numbers on the side too, and I'm just like not paying attention. I'll use you. Use one of you. Do another one. That one. That one. Still majority pink. I'm okay. It's low level, but take it. Damn. Okay, that was a waste. I mean, if we really want to make a high level one, we can. You can just gamble. 0 pink, gamble. There's no way. Yeah. There's 0 pink. I don't think we can. Quite the predicament. See, this one's got a bit of pink now. Please. You have a bit of pink. I mean, what, we have to hunt 1 now? And the rest we can just berry or a donut? That's not the worst circumstance to be in. I mean, what are the odds we just randomly pull one of these as an alpha power? I think I'm gonna... We have a good amount. I think we should be able to finish this up. So, I know. I mean, now we're just gonna blitz through it, 'cause once they show up. Wait, 7 Pokemon Brawlers, a 2-for-1. So yeah, no, we do have enough. Or we should have enough. Hold on. Hold on. Stream's about to end. Stream's about to end. Give it like 5 minutes. So we need one of the 40s. Scroll down. No, we were too low. Oh, some of these are actually really low level. That's a problem. Might be a little problematic having some low level ones. We'll worry about that later. Okay. Nope, you're not a dog. I'm assuming Fido's on the roof. Fido on the roof? Yeah, probably. Oh, nope, that's... Ooh. Ooh, so Dash 1 can just spawn. I think we can reset with the teleporter. I think so. Yeah. We could just reset with teleporter. Oh. Stream's dying. Stream is dying. Why is stream dying? Should be good now. Yeah, we actually need Dash Blood anyway, so if we just spawn an Alpha Dash Blood, that works too. Either or. Yeah, this is one of the few times we can... There it is. See that big dog. Alright. One more for the collection. Oh, we still need freaking Zubat. Oh my god, forgot. I forgot. We still need to find a freaking Zubat. Gotta... That one's gonna suck. I think now we reset, right? I don't think there's anything that we don't already have. I mean, we're down to 6 Pokemon, so... It's funny, because I think if we count all of the streams. It's gonna say 7 days, which poetic. If I finish this today, I mean, very funny finishing this in 2 streams compared to the 5 the base game took, but that's what happens when the dex is, or the DLC is significantly smaller. Like, there's just no way around that. I mean, if we luck out, we can use one of the low-level ones on a Rookidee, and then a Zubat, hopefully. There's the Zubat. That's Starly. I was like, whoa, bird. Okay, we can do this one though. Yeah, we have to freaking. But yeah, it's unavoidable. We had to friendship evo this one. But we don't have to do Wigglytuff. So this one we can use one of the. One Zubat. Friendship evo it. Question is, where are you? I figured it'd be on the roof, but clearly it's not. There they are. That looks like a pretty big Zubat, but I'm not sure. Oh, yep, that's Alpha. They no eyes, so it has nothing shining. Alright. I don't even need to teleport. Portal's right there. Yoink. Ah, dear. It's weird, because it's like, I know it's over now. Because it's basically guaranteed at this point. So this is the final box, or box 4. We have to go back and finish box 3. For the DLC. It's like box like 9, technically. Okay. I think there was a cafe like right over here. No. There's no cafe. Here we go. Sure. Let's see how many of these it takes for Golbat to... Oh my god, you are big. You are big. Oof. Is there a way to... Oh, I'm like stuck to the person. Oh, I can't like move the camera away, can I? Not much I can do about that. I would assume spending more money means more friendship. That's how that works. Unfortunately, that's just how that works. Sure. Just mash A, and then we press B to back out. Do it again. There we go. This is gonna be big. I think this one is gonna be a massive Pokemon. I've been very excited to see the alpha for this one. I'll be very disappointed if it's not comically large. Oh, so worth it. I know it's an alpha in Legends Arceus, but like, it's still cool seeing it again. Alright, that is the box 4. So now, 5 left. Four Pokemon. Or portals we're gonna have to go through, but I don't think there's anything else. Let's go back. Resets. 11-11 Make-A-Wish. I wish for you to subscribe. Call to action if I've ever seen one. Nope, nothing. Nope. No. Not a Zubat. Feeble. we take what we can get. Okay. Bro, I get scared because I have to use the higher level ones now. It's like the lowest level I can do here. And actually, no, we can use this one. Only 4 level difference. So find a Feeble, get that one done. Probably the roof, but oh wait, this is huge. Huge upset. Is now we're gonna get an alpha. That's an alpha Nickit. Sweet. Yeah, so that's free now. Yeah. There. Yeah. 3 more portals. Banking on Rookidee, getting a low-level Rookidee portal, preferably. Or I gotta evolve you. I think it's gonna be probably be like the size of Liepard, I'd assume, or Alpha Liepard. I don't see why it'd be any bigger. I mean, you're just like, this is like the size I expect it to be. Alright. So yeah, Corviknight, Grablock, with a Crabrawler line. I think now we reset. I mean, 3 left. 3 left. What a time. I mean, a few months ago, I went from having... The DLC wasn't even out, now we're... Another set of alphas done. A spare papaya berry. Good question. I mean, I don't know if you can, like, give berries to people. Payapa. I have Payapa. unless it's just I have a Payapa berry, if that's what you're looking for. The Alpha Donut. Oh, I've just been making random donuts, man. Yeah, I got one. Oh, yeah, you just put it on a Pokemon and trade, huh? Yeah. Yeah, if you need one, I don't mind. I'm not gonna be using any of these berries after those, that's for sure. Another dud. Another dud. You don't need to give a no, you can just have the berry. You don't need a... You can give me a fodder Pokemon, I don't care. No need to give away anything. Okay, let's see. Nothing. 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 No. It's gonna be a lot of resets from now on because we only have 3 Pokemon left, so... Not much we can do. Yeah, the Feefle just caught. Alright, Tatsu. I was like, wait, why is Tatsugiri there? No, Tatsugiri is Water Dragon. Rookity and Corvisquire right next to each other. Alright. So we can we can use the low level donut this time. Thank God. Just getting worried I wouldn't be able to use it. Oh God, where how does one... Where is... There it is. Yeah, do you want to trade? Let's see, what's a junk Pokemon I can just trash? Yeah, I gotta keep a million Litwicks, that's for sure. How about this thing that I almost friendship evoed? Yeah, we'll give you away. And you wanted the... Hyper Payapa. That's what it was. I got one, so... Link trade, far away. Yeah, been a while since I saved this game. 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 1. Alright. Is this you? Confirmation. Because the username on YouTube is very different. Okay. For the Go is crazy. and it's Tyrant. Blue Tyrant. I don't know if you know this, but like one of my favorite shinies. Because it's just one of my favorite shinies, so like... Again, you don't need to give away a shiny, but... Thank you so much for it. I'll make sure he's in good hands. Goodbye, Igglybuff. Orange thing. Oh. Yeah, I'll keep him on the squad. Just for you. Yeah, I'm a pseudo method him back in the Sword Shield era after the DLC. I'm a pseudo method for a shiny Shyrunt, and I have a shiny Tyrantrum in my Pokemon home right now, which obviously I can't really transfer over because, you know, home hasn't been updated yet, but neither here nor there. Anyway, where were we? I believe we were at a Rookidee. So, now where's the low level one? Yeah, you're low enough level. 20, 24. Well, you think Alpha would have an effect on a Dynamax or Gigantamax? Because it's like, if there's a... Wait, actually, that's a good question. Wait, what is it? Because the Pokemon grows by a size factor. If the Pokemon's already a bigger size than usual, does the size factor also increase, or do they all become the same size? Wait, I actually... Yeah, size factor wasn't introduced till after Sword Shield, so we've never seen what would happen if we had a bigger Pokemon interact with Dynamaxing. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Where the hell is Rookidee? Yeah, okay, Swablu, I get it. You're big. Big and greedy. Oh, there it is. I see my prey. Yoink. Alright, Diagro, please. Let's get out of here, get that Alpha Corviknight. Okay, this is another one that I think Alpha Corviknight gotta be big. It's gotta be big. Not a problem, man. Corviknight's a Pokemon that I associate with just naturally being a big Pokemon. Because it's very big in Sword and Shield. So it gotta be big in this game. Especially if it's an Alpha. This one's gotta be big. Because Rookidee and Corvisquire are kind of small alphas, which worries me. But Corviknight's also pretty big in this game already, too. Might like it. We might luck out. Only one way to see. Alright. So, I'm either going to be very disappointed or be extremely happy because I'm going to have the biggest bird. I'm assuming a living Alpha Dex, but by all of the shinies, a living... Oh, wait, you're not doing a living shiny Alpha Dex, are you? Oh god, are you doing a... Oh, okay. Oh my... I can't even fit you on camera. This Corviknight's massive. I'm gonna guess a living Alpha Dex. just a hunch. Just a hunch. Maybe not. Alright. 2 portals left. A Crabrawler spawn and a Rablocked. Or Clobbus. Either or. Oof. Good luck on the shiny decks. I know it's I know it's gotta be a pain in the butt to do a shiny Dex, but many people I know have done it, or are trying to do it, and I respect it. Not me, though. I go for the alphas. A part of me thinks it's because, like, if loud equals funny, big equals funny. So I want the alphas. But I don't know. I will say I have another save that I started. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm gonna replay through this entire game. It's a big game. To the DLC. You might be wondering, why am I gonna replay this game from catching all the alphas? Because I can get all the shinies. Well, I caught the shinies, or the not shiny legendaries for the Dex. I wanted the completed Dex. Then I ran into the problem of... No, that's one alpha power. Where's the other one? I thought I had... Oh no. Oh, okay. I do have two. I was so scared. I thought I didn't have enough. No, I have two. Okay. Could have been bad. Could have been so bad. Alright, one Clobbopus. Where you at? Everything changed. The amount of stress that came through me when I thought this challenge was over, and then I realized, oh no. No, so okay. I am replaying this game on a separate save, and I intend on reaching the point of being able to hunt the legendaries again. Because I think it'd be fun to get shinies. I don't know when I'll do that, because I have the save, but I just have not been interested in replaying this game after the DLC came out. Again, I like the DLC, but having to redo everything I did, especially the grind to even get one to spawn, like, at least Shiny Charm won't be as bad, because that was such a pain the first time. Honestly, I might just wait for home, because I'm banking on that being during Pokemon Day that we get that announced, at least like a release date for home compatibility. But I might bank on that and then transfer Pokemon or two in that can just plow through this game, because I got them in spades. That guy, I know just the shiny Tyrant to use, that's for sure. What are you gonna name him? Can you rename traded Pokemon in this game? Yeah, he's forever for the goat. Well, I mean, I have another one, like I mentioned. I named that one True Blue, because it's... I mean, like... That's the closest thing to my old branding of... My old mascot was a Yoshi. A blue Yoshi, and it was like the closest thing we got. Shiny Tyrantrum. So... I don't know, I kind of like him just being for the goat. It makes me feel special. Bro is the goat already, and I'm being given him. I mean, bro came from the goat, and he's for the goat. He is the bro, born the goat, from the goat, for the goat. There you go. We're gonna make that more complicated. Oh wait, no, Clobbopus has a stupid Evo method. It's a move Evo, isn't it? Have to have a move equipped or something? Is it? Wait, I don't remember now. I want to say it's a stupid one. Hold up. I know I got a grab locks somewhere in here. That's gonna be my... You're level 48, you have Octolock. Okay. So one more EXP candy and maybe you get Octolock? I don't remember. I don't remember. We're gonna brute force this. We got the candies. We have more than enough candies for you. Okay. Do you want to learn Octolock? No? Maybe I just caught that one. Okay. Banger idea. So. Maybe shooting him up a ton of levels doesn't work. What? I swear he's a move Evo. But how does one obtain Octolock? Hold up. Legends. Yay. Evolve. Galapagos. By learning... it's Taunt. It's Taunt. And Octolock is an Evo move? Shut up. Oh my... Why is it Taunt? Why the hell is it Taunt? It's like one of the most basic-ass Pokemon moves. Why is that the Evo move? Other Pokemon have the decency of having, like, an obscure move, or one that's, like, not native to them, or it's, like, a really powerful Taunt. Like, every Pokemon learns the damn move. Oh, you are big! Bro is eye fight. Terrifying. Okay, Octodad. The box. Now we hunt for a single Crabrawler portal. We get a Crabrawler portal, we're done. It's that simple. God, if I look back at the stream footage and I realize I missed a Crabrawler portal like last stream, or hell, even earlier in the stream, and I didn't realize it. Oh, I'd be pissed. I'd be so pissed. Legitimately be so pissed. Oh my, like, I can't stress how upset I'd be at myself for not catching that. So, fighting or ice? Fighting or ice? There are ice ones. There are... The Farfetch'd always pisses me off. And yeah, nothing else. Oh! Alright, no. Reset. If it ain't guaranteed, I'm not wasting the last Alpha Donut, that's for sure. If it is not guaranteed, I'm not wasting the Alpha Donut. I got one left, I'm not gonna waste it on the gamble. No. Bad. Don't consider it. Don't consider it. If I say gamble, I consider it, because then it's funny. It's like taunting me a fault. Saying taunt now just pissed me off, though. Nothing? I mean, nighttime's bad anyway, because it's mostly the stupid fighting zones. And I don't want those. I want to catch Pokemon. I want to catch. We catch them. Crabon? No, they're the same type. They're ice. No, Crabrawler. Wait, that's Crabominable. If I go here, it should also include Crabrawler. There's no way. it's just a Crabominable portal. There's no way. I went to one that said, something else, and it gave me the pre-evo. So I think it's like not as much of a gamble because we at least get one. But boy, would it suck. Boy, would it suck. Alright. Moment of truth. If we see no crab brawlers, we cry. It's a very simple plan. That's all scraggy. Where? Crab. Oh, that's a lot of scraggy. Jesus! Okay, so this whole side is scraggy. Good to know. Just ignore the scraggies, because they're everywhere, apparently. Oh my knee. Bro. Hello? I'm sorry. There's like 5 spawns here, and all of them are scraggy. What is this? I want crab. Oh, crab. Oh, that's huge. All right, we need one more. So huge. That's so huge. I was actually so worried it would just be Crabominable, but. We can make this way easier and just go over here. Okay. So, like, what if we didn't fail the jump? What if we... There we go. We see first try. First try, we never miss. And... No. Oh, you're gonna make me work for it. I see how it is. Alright. How many resets is it gonna take? I feel like not many. We're still good on time too, so. And this is poetic that it's 1 alpha crab brawler and then 4 Crabominables. Actually poetic. Alright. Yeah, bro, no, that's to the portal. Once you evolve it, we're done. Easy. It's every alpha Pokemon again. We did it twice now. For Legends Arceus and Legends EA, we have every alpha acquired. Expect videos explaining how I did it, how you can do it, all that nonsense. Sometime. I can't promise anytime soon. But I've been waiting to get them all, so now that I have that, I can start working on the video. The guide will come out and the sizes. That video will also come out eventually. Hello, Crabominable. How big are you? Yeah, you're pretty big. I'll take it. And once we chuck you in here. With that being said, that's all of base game. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes of base game, plus the DLC with another 4. 12 boxes of Pokemon. All alpha. That is every alpha Pokemon species acquired. I guess not technically all the forms because there's like the gender differences and like 4 of them have regional variants, but like I don't, unlike Legends Arceus, none of the variants would suck to get. You know? Besides the fact you can't get all the Vivillon forms, I mean, what, it's the Floette line, that's not hard to get all the different colored flowers. Do any of these have designated forms? I mean, I guess the regional variants for the few that do have it in this game, like the Slowpokes. God. Oh yeah, 5-star, there's the Goodra, Avalogs. But I mean, it's really, like, the difficulty so much easier than Legends Arceus. It is insane. But with all that being said, and our little dinosaur friend we've acquired as well. Oh, you're a tiny little guy. you're a little guy. Well, with all that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching, supporting me. I guess this technically counts as, like, the second live stream series completed. It's weird, I just finished Kirby, and I just finished this, so anytime I stream now, it's like, it has to be something new. I did all the content already, so. Yeah, don't worry, the dino will show up somewhere. I definitely intend on talking about the community and all that, but with that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching, supporting me throughout the series, and you know, if there's anything you want to see me do next, let me know, of course. Leave comments, any of my videos, subscribe, share it with people, all that jazz. And with all of that being said, I'm going to wish you all a lovely day. See you guys.